Am I rolling? All right. What's good, everybody? It's been a few days since I made a quick appearance, and today I'm having a quick appearance again. Right now, what I'm about to explain to y'all is projectile motion. Like I said, with everything that I'm doing, you're literally watching me build from the ground, from zero, up until where I'm at, and the progression on into the future. Of course, y'all have heard me bring this up and talk about this in the past, but nobody else mentions projectile motion or sees any significance behind it. But I'm gonna go ahead and go in and outlay this here today for y'all real quick, because I had some more thoughts and things that I thought about that I'll be sharing with y'all. So hold on just one quick second to close out some tabs and so things don't slow down too much. All right, the first thing that's up that I'm gonna be pulling up, I'm gonna pull up my mother herb diagram real quick, just for the heck of it. Now, like I say, this ain't gonna be a long video. This is just a real quick explanation, but it's powerful. It's a very extremely something that people like I say, I'm the only one to mention it. That's why I put in the title. You heard this here first, because this is me. I'm literally you can call me a cosmologist. I mean, in your own way. That's not even what I was in my tense. I didn't, when I came to this earth and I found out my abilities and things like that, I didn't strive to be a cosmologist like that. But what I've done nonetheless goes directly into real cosmology. And I say that grounded in fact-based, because at the end of the day, what I've been showing y'all is literally been shown nowhere else. My concepts that I'm building myself literally are seen nowhere else except for, and the closest thing that you will see to it is the Nazca lines. That's the except for right there. The Nazca lines, the Chicana, things like that, all ancient cultures. But nobody has been able to answer certain questions that I've been able to answer. This is a fact. I'm not just saying this. And that's why people do not and cannot argue against that. That's what makes my work so special. And yes, I said special because it's literally something that stands out from everything else. It literally is. Now, my purpose behind bringing this up, this mother herb diagram that I drew out, and is actually just to mention, it's science with weed. We're not going to talk about weed right now, but if you pay attention to it, it's separated into 4 quadrants. The word quadrant, I've talked about quadrant, the prefix of qua, Q, U, and A, quarter, dealing with the core aspect, one being separated into 4. 1 plus 4 equals 5. 1/4 equals 1/4. I've talked about all of this. 1/4 as well ties into 7 and 2, because 25% of something is a quarter of something. 25%. 2 plus 5 equals 7. That's what you see right here at the center of my work. 25, 2 and 5, 7, right there. That's 1 quadrant. So my point behind bringing this up right here is because I was in the chat a couple of times, and when people were talking about just cosmology in general, I said it was being talked about how we live in 1/2 of one of these. Now, one thing that flat earthers say that I do not agree with, and this is fact-based, is that the moon is associated with nighttime, and this, or gives us nighttime, and the sun gives us daytime, which is what they say with globe earth cosmology. So flat earthers out here make the argument that with the globe, it would have to be sun on one side and then moon on the other side at all times. That's not true, man. Have you ever heard of something called a new moon? That's what the new moon. So literally, there's a time what I'm getting at is that the moon does not project or give us nighttime. That's where y'all got that wrong. The moon does not give us nighttime. So when a flat earther says that, that's what they're saying in so many words. So what I'm saying is, being that the moon does not give us nighttime, the moon does not have to be in the sky at night for night to be around, for night to exist. When you literally, there's a time in the month where if you look up in the sky, there's no moon there. That's why we call no moon a new moon. New moon. So one part of the earth does not see. This is what I'm saying. So that's what I'm getting at with the sun and the moon. When you see, you know, that part, one thing that confirms what I'm saying is that part. Think about it. That part of the day or that part of the month that y'all bring up as flat earthers, that you can see the sun and the moon in the sky at the same time. Y'all will say that. Think about what I'm saying, man. Y'all will say y'all selves. That's one of y'all first arguments that y'all will bring up to actually um, reel in non-flat earth believers. Y'all, you know, say that the sun and moon is in the sky at the same time. We see the moon in the daytime. So that mean that, you know, something ain't right. That's what y'all say. Well, what I'm showing y'all and telling y'all is that time of the month that you specifically, even on a flat earth, that's that time of the month that you specifically see the moon and the sun in the sky at the same time. Guess what? That means that on the other side of the flat earth, what is lighting up their sky? Because we see both the sun and the moon on this side of the plane. That means that the other side has to have nothing. That's just a fact. So the other side of the earth has nothing there. No moon, new moon. Okay. It doesn't mean that the moon is dead. It doesn't mean that there's no moon is dead. New moon. It's, you know, that's the opposite side of the month. That's the opposite of the full moon. It's really simple. But anyway, what I'm showing right here, you can see this separated in quadrants, specifically at the points of where you see 7, 2, and 7. Where right here is where you would see 7 and 2. But on the chakra diagram, this is where the sun and moon is at. That's where you actually see 4 and 5. Now, the thing about projectile motion is it's not just with projectile motion, but it just turns out to be that when it comes to this math that I'm telling y'all about, something called complementary angles, what I'm showing y'all with projectile motion, this is one of the only places, one of the main places that you can see it applicable in real life. Complementary angles. What are complementary angles? That's when two angles add up to be 90 degrees. Any two angles add up to be 90 degrees, whether it's 30 and 60, whether it's 45 and 45. You know, any, and it doesn't have to be a regular, you know, clean cut angle. Any two angles that add up to be 90 degrees are called complementary angles. All right. So I'm bringing it up because that's significant, because that's the same thing that happens with my work that I'm showing people. Everything adds up to be 9, and it's based on 90 degrees and 45 degrees counter space. So what you see right there is two quadrants up here being made, all right, at the 45 degree angle. What I pulled up in the past, I brought up, let me go to the internet real quick. Just real quick. One second. I'm going to bring up projectile motion. A diagram, at least. Some of y'all just come in here and y'all just say good morning and stuff like that, bro. Y'all do not be in no mood to learn. Y'all don't be about learning or nothing, bro. Y'all just be here good morning, and you know, like if it was some drama, y'all will hop on it quick. But anyway, response to y'all good morning. Real talk, bro. Y'all hop on drama real quick. Like, man, y'all got to step y'all game up and have enthusiasm for knowledge. Real talk. Because when it comes to this flat earth stuff, ain't nobody doing it better. I'm just being real. Now, what you see right here is not flat earth, but projectile motion, a specific diagram. This is what I pulled up in the past. These are or a few sectors of what we would consider the complementary angles. Two of them that you see right there in particular is the 30 degree one and the 60 degree one. 20 degrees and 70 degrees. Both of those add up to be 90. All right. So you see the complementary angles right there. So that's literally right there. This is real life. You know, people use projectiles every single day. Basketball players, football players, and that's just sports. But you got other stuff where you got to be able to uh hmm, measure and keep data, keep notes on how something is projected and everything. Like one thing I brought up in the past, the way that I actually found this was through the rockets and everything. Remember that, the rockets and projectile motion, missile launches, things like that. So it's something that's highly used. Just a lot of people wouldn't think about it. So this is something that's really applicable in life. So I thought about this when I first saw this to move on forward and get on through. This was a quadrant is what I look, because that's literally what that is. As you can see, if I zoom back in, that's 90 degrees. That's a perfect 90-degree angle. So that's a quadrant, literally. So in my mind, what I was thinking myself is, okay, if this is a quadrant, basically if I did 4 of these, add 3 more to it, and amalgamate it at the center point, I would end up with something. And I just wanted to see what it looks like at the end of the day. I already could see in my mind and make it out what it would look like, but what it comes out to look like is highly significant to me. So I'm gonna close that and go back to my drive real quick. Share, go back. Now, as I go back to my drive, I put it into 4 quadrants, just like I was saying. And when you put it into 4 quadrants, you end up with this thing that looks very, very much like an eye. Just think about that. So this is what I'm telling flat earthers and showing flat earthers through my work. Okay. This is literally the cosmology that y'all be talking about, literally. Okay. So when you look at my work, this is also what I am showing people. Literally. So this is an eye. You can see that. I mean, if you did an outline up here, that's the top eyelid, bottom eyelid, and the center, of course. We see symbolism of the all-seeing eye all the time. This is a torus field, okay? Literally, this is the torus field of the flat earth, the line or 9, the 180-degree line right here, which is where we live at. It's all right there. So think about fireworks, okay? And how they explode, they grow. Fireworks are literally projectiles. That's literally what they are. They come from a center point. This is the Big Bang. This is creation that y'all are seeing right in front of y'all. Everything that they tell y'all about the Big Bang and science, that's right here. What I'm literally showing y'all is creation, and I'm not even lying. And it's funny to me how this 45-degree, it literally make a 45-degree angle. That's crazy. But anyway, yeah, man, that's crazy. So I'm gonna pull up my work right here real quick from the center, because what I'm saying about the fireworks, when you think about how fireworks explode, they come from a center point. They start off as a line that goes up into the sky, literally like that cosmology I was just seeing. And then it explodes out in 360-degree directions. All right. Depending on what the design is. All right. And those dots or whatever them things is called from fireworks. When they explode and they disperse out, sometimes depending on the fireworks and how expensive and great of a show it is, those will even explode. The ones that emitted from the center point, those explode themselves and turn into other small fireworks. So fireworks are built on a fractal type of essence, which is exactly what I'm showing y'all right here through my own work. This is literally and think about fireworks, pyramids, fire in the middle. Okay. All of the symbolism was in Mario, the fireworks, the pole, the literal 45-degree angle that he climbs up over. I already went over this in the past, man. So it's all right here. It's just amazing seeing this and how this ain't even done. Man, once I'm done with this, it's gonna be crazy, bro. It's just crazy when and just the fact that I've been saying this that long, it adds that much more oomph to it, because once it's done, I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna know that, man, anybody who ever tried in their life to copy it, they'll feel bad, even because you'll have to have help. Literally, I've had no help, zero help, did this all by myself and still ain't done. You know, that's crazy. So they'll need a lot of help. But I said the crazy. The crazy thing is, what I'm doing, literally, I'm gonna stop at 2 9 times out of 10. I don't know. I might stop at 2. I don't know. I do know that this one right here, I gotta get paid from this one first and work out what I'm working out with, who I'm working out, the folks that I'm working with first. But the second one, I'm doing 0. I'm going to be the 0. I'm literally creating this, what I'm creating. The number 9 on the other side, what I'm explaining is this right here. Yeah, y'all really don't have the mind that I got as far as this work, man. I'm telling y'all, what I'm explaining to y'all is something that's gonna be known for history, dude. I'm not playing. The number 9 on this side, and this is why I wish my life went in a very much different flow, like literally. But my wife would be on this other side, number 9. I'm definitely putting my head right here as number 0 because I literally figured this out. But my wife's head would be on the other side, and we'll be looking into the center right here. Why am I doing that? Because it's explaining something. It's literally, I'm showing you who created what was created, but also as I've been building this deals with the number 9. For me to exclude women or the feminine aspect from it altogether, I just don't feel 100% right. So I just been thinking to myself, how could I incorporate them in there in some type of way besides what's already explained? A lot of y'all gonna continue to argue the battle of, who was first, the man or the woman. Some stuff y'all just ain't gonna definitively have answers to it. We all come from a woman, of course. That's true. But some stuff we just can't. At least me, myself, I'm not going to sit up and act like I got all of the answers. If I don't, I'm doing the work to find out the answers and bring them to people. But that same question is synonymous with the question of, or the fact that what people talk about is a curve. I mean, there's no such thing as a straight line in reality. That's what a lot of people say. And I'm not a person who agrees with that. I'm just being honest. Why do I say that? Because literally every curve that you can focus on, if you can zoom in on that curve, there's always a straight line from point A to point B. And I know a lot of y'all wouldn't comprehend that. I would I would literally have to and that's what my work is showing y'all. This is showing that when you zoom in on something, it's always going to be a point, a straight line from point, even on a line. That curved line that one could draw is made of points, and it's just a dragged out point. And those points go from you're making the line, but if you could zoom in on it, what I'm getting at is that everything is rough, okay? And that's kind of what Mandelbrot said was trying to show. Like they were trying, and I even did that in my video. It was explained partially. What is a curve is what they were trying to explain. And they can't really explain it definitively. And there's a reason for that, because there's always a straight line from point A to point B. And I just want to, talk about that real quick. But this is like the fireworks right here, because essentially every single square that you see, every single small square that you see, it's the same thing. It's the whole thing, literally. The whole dang on project that I'm drawing out is literally in one number. Every single number that you see represents the whole project. So that's why this is the universe, okay? So think about projectile motion and what I'm showing y'all, the significance of it. If we live inside of a projection, this is what I'm what word y'all use, piggybacks sometimes if y'all want to use that. But it's literally because literally this explanation is coming straight from me, from nobody else. Just like everything else that I show y'all, it all comes from me. I don't get my answers from anybody. And I simply give people credit when they got some answers that link up with mine. Okay. That's what I do. But me, I'm pure original, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I amaze myself because when I'm looking at this, thinking about this, and that what I'm saying about and how everything that I've been going through and showing everybody, it always comes back. The math is always literal, confirms what I be saying. It just lets me know enough. So think about Polaris, that center point. Polaris would be the point where everything, the energy starts from a certain point, which this is the 0 point, the cannon. Okay. So everything that we see, think about how Sanchez in the past, he's used an example with water coming up from the spout and it's going around in 360 degrees, water coming up from a spout. That's what's being shown right here in its own way. Literally, what I'm doing is showing the math behind it and showing furthermore the confirmation of it, like literal confirmation. Um, and it's really it's really crazy. It's really really. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like it's, gosh, I'm just looking at this. The only thing is the base is not at a 45. That's the difference between this one here and the other one that I made. This is not at 45 degrees down here at the bottom. That's obsolete. Okay. That's obsolete regardless anyway. What's being shown is the math is coming out exactly the same. This is the torus field. The 369 aspect is right here. Same thing you'll see right here. It's all the exact same thing, man. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I made a post because I was thinking about it a little deep. I made a post on my Great Pyramid page, and guess what? It was a post about flat Earth, literally. And I said to these folks, whether they mainstream and they with the globe or not, because most of them is globalists. They very smart though, extremely smart. I'm not lying. And I said to myself, man, how is y'all sitting up here saying the ancients were so smart? They always talking about Egypt. They always talking about, making these reposts and everything about the ancients, Egypt, the Mayans especially, reposting the ancient stuff and saying how much more advanced they were than us. I did my little Google, to screenshot and show, because some people will only converse or look into something, even if the goal is not to converse about it. They'll only look forward into something if it says, or if it I just lost what I was saying, bro. I don't even know how that happened, bro, but my bad. They'll only look for, I was saying they will only look into something if it has visual evidence behind it. Okay, so that's why I screenshot it. So I made some screenshots. When you look at Mayan cosmology, it looks just like what you see right here. That's what's so crazy. So that's what I be saying about, can't nobody be calling nobody no master teacher out here and be wise while doing it, because master teachers out here don't even know what I know and ain't did what I've done. And I say that definitively because everybody uses a compass or has used one in life. Besides that, everybody uses these numbers 0 through 9 every day. Okay. Every single day. Nobody's ever seen any significance behind a 45-degree angle. And then here comes Corey. So that's why I tell y'all, man, I'm a very important person, very special person. Here I am out of all of this time that the earth has been around. Here he is. He comes in and got some answers that nobody else has had. Let me see. Yeah, I ain't even mean to have this one pulled up. That's the top view. So that's what I'm saying. There's so many different pyramid formations that you could have in the world. Where's the 3-sided pyramid? Why didn't they build one like that? Every one of them is separated and showing y'all what needs to be shown. See, when y'all think of the pyramids, y'all are only thinking about what we see. The fact that when we look at these pyramids, we see 9 steps. But when you think about these pyramids and how the ancients set these things up, including the Nazca lines, okay, at the end of the day, this is from a God view. These pyramids, these great, huge works were made big. Why? To be seen from the eye in the sky. Okay. So at the end of the day, this right here, uh, as well as the Great Pyramids of Giza, these were monuments meant to be seen from the sky. And that's why you see them in the formation that they are in. It's a message that's being outlaid, and I'm the one bringing it to people. While most people in this true community at this point is questioning certain stuff about the pyramids, it's certain stuff that they just don't know. And can't nobody tell me that they have knew it, because here I am bringing stuff that's brand new that nobody else has talked about, seen significance in, or figured out. And I'm not saying that to brag at all. That's like that's a that's a hell of an important point, man. It's some things, that got to be explained. So I'm gonna pull up Mayan cosmology. I think about my Mother Earth diagram. That's what I was saying. This right here. And the only thing about this cosmology is that these are newly computer generated images. These are drawn from computers, and these are new images. That's why I question to flat earth is, where are the ancient images of the flat earth cosmology? We do not see any like that. We see Nut and Geb and stuff like that, but even with the Hebrew cosmos, you see things like very similar to this pop up. It ain't that one right there, but just to pull them up as another example. Just to show it's the same thing being shown. But these are brand new. These is like, there was no computers typing up this cosmology back then. Okay, at least the ones that we use. So where are the ancient depictions of cosmology? We don't see any. The closest thing you'll see to it in the ancient Mayans is, guess what? This right here, in stone. That's why I tell y'all, in stone is so important. Here we are talking about the flat earth right now. That's why I'm telling y'all, that's why we're at the point of where people is talking about this is that, and this ain't this. This debate is going on between ball earth or spherical earth and flat earth and everything, because we don't have anything that's tangible from the ancestors that shows what all we have is computer generated images, fabrics of some sort sometimes. And it's hard to tell whether those things are newly made or not, ancient fabrics and stuff. What I'm showing y'all and the wave that I'm putting y'all on, y'all ain't gonna catch on until later, man. Y'all only focused on being on the internet. Y'all enjoy each other getting on here and talking and things like that about knowledge and stuff. But I'm the architect, dude. Y'all can't expect too much out of me. I'm already doing one of the most important jobs that it already is. That's putting our people in line as far as the architectural layout, the blueprints that's going to change history. It's literally changing history. I'm not just talking, man, at all. I wouldn't be up here trying to embarrass myself just talking like that out the side of my neck. I'm a very quiet person in real life. I'm very quiet. So for me to say some of the things that I'm saying, I ain't reaching at all. What I'm telling y'all is, at the end of the day, in the future, whether I'm dead or alive, the thing is, as long as this blueprint that I'm drawing out, that's on this huge piece of paper, is drawing out, the pyramids, I just thought about this here today earlier. The very pyramids that I'm talking about that's going to be built on this land, it's going to have to be started while I'm here anyway. It's going to have to, I didn't say finished, but it's going to be started while I'm alive. This I know, because at the end of the day, I got to be alive. The person who created it and can explain it the best, and created the work, they would rather have them alive to explain it and set it up correctly. It's what I'm saying is, it's something about me, okay, that the world just ain't clicking onto yet. I've shown y'all countless similarities between what they say about Jesus and me, from the Nazca lines to everything that I'm not saying that I'm Jesus. I've done stuff in my life that I damn near at one point in my life, I almost hated myself for. Okay. Never harmed anybody physically or anything like that, but just Stuff like stealing and things like that back in the past, stealing, money from and not doing people right in the past, man. It just wasn't right. And when I say stealing money, I'm not talking about from loved ones. I'm not talking about even in person. Just this internet stuff. I was doing I already outlaid my truth in the past. I was drawing people, and it ain't funny, drawing people's stuff, and taking it, running off with their money. I did that in the past. And somebody who really changed and wouldn't own up to their stuff. But see, that's what I think that people ought to realize as well. I'm not one who's ashamed of admitting my wrongs that I did in the past. Sometimes you got to do wrong to do right, to learn to do right at least, or know what right is. Okay, so I'm not saying that I'm Jesus, but that's one thing that I have realized about myself. I'm a very real individual. I own up to my wrongs. I really do. I truly do, man. And um, it's just some striking similarities that people got to look into that I've been showing people as far what was he supposed to be when it says he come back? The messenger, the Messiah. Okay. I'm the Nobody has this message that I'm giving y'all. All that black people care about my people. And then when you speak on your own people and the wrongs that they do, you got some ignorant ones who will say, he don't deserve to speak on our people. He don't got the same struggle as everybody. That's all we know is struggle. Why is we going to continue to identify ourselves with struggle? We ought to be trying to see ourselves as more enlightened people and, create things that's more enlightened, stuff that's going to, last the test of time, knowledge that's going to last the test of time. That's exactly what I'm doing. Everything that I'm saying about 45 degrees, you's a fool if you think it's ever going to be forgotten. It's out there now. All I'm doing is stamping it on me. Literally. I'm seeing every single day, I'm seeing where people are talking about the numbers, either 4 and 5, 45 degrees, mentioning it, 45. It's crazy. And it's just so many things that people have let go over their head when God been showing y'all is something about me this whole time, bro. You literally have. The 45th president of the United States. I made my discovery when he was the 45th president. And his tower looks exactly like my work. This is the closest thing in stone that you're going to get to Mayan cosmology. Do you see that right there? This right here that we have is literally my work, but it's not at the same exact angle. It's like some teeth from a, and I get why we see a serpent right here. But they were literally explaining, if you go through all ancient cosmologies and the structures of what they were, and how they structured their cosmology. Hold on. I'm going to go to Jane Cos. Watch this. Think about my work. I'm not copying anybody. Golly. I'm not copying. Okay, please don't do that again. Okay. Now you see that? You see how that is right there? That's my chakra diagram in a very similar essence. It's not the exact same thing because they're not communicating the same math that I'm showing. My math and what I have done, it is extremely strict. It's extremely strict. What I've drawn out, it doesn't go out of, it does not deviate out of exactly what I've drawn out. 4 sides, 5 build squares with an X in the center, period. It has never changed from my chakra diagram, from my mother herb diagram to what I'm building right now. It has never changed. It's a consistency I'm showing, and that's why I've done all of the work I've done with it. Been consistent on that because it's literally showing the significance of it. Okay. This right here, the ancients was showing y'all is something about this structure. It's something about it, right? I should not, if what I was doing didn't mean anything, I shouldn't be able to go through all of these different ancient cultures and pull up where they all just happen to have something that's very much like what I'm doing. But it just so happens the same people who will look at this stuff, they'll say to themselves, how do you know that you're the first person to have done? Because you ain't going to find it on the internet nowhere. Y'all know that artificial intelligence, it ain't hard to pull up nothing. It ain't hard to find nothing. You can find the address from somebody if you want to on this internet. Don't play with me like something ain't that easy to find. If it was some knowledge out here, especially something that impactful, you would see it out here. There's a reason why professional geologists, I'm not just saying that, geologists, architects, several people that follow me have commended my work, have told me that I've done something that's helped them and that they've never seen this done before. Literally. I'm the first and only person to do that. I wouldn't just say that. And it would like if it was anybody who's done it, like, man, I would blast it out and I would literally show that, man. I wouldn't be afraid to show that. I would just look at it like, man, my gosh. I really would, but if you look at all of their different cosmologies, there's a 45-degree essence to it. This is the center of my work. That's the 0 right there, the 9, and the center point would be that 9. 9 and 0. This is what they're showing y'all with the 4 quadrants. You ain't gonna find where the ancients was talking about projectile motion. Of course, they had a different name for it, but that's why I'm showing everything that I show y'all is literally original. And can't nobody do nothing but come up and try to find something to switch their words up to try to say something that's similar. Can't nobody do nothing but go on their own channel and try to talk about something that's similar because they got an idea from a source. I'm the source, okay? That's just a fact. Can't nobody do nothing but try to replicate and mimic. That's it. Okay, I'm the driving force. I'm the one who motivates. Okay, that's straight up. I don't even have to be on this camera doing work back to back. What I've put out enough, it motivates. All right. So when I ain't around and I ain't showing and I ain't going hard, it's a lot of other people who slow up on their road. They slow on down. Okay. It just so happens to be when I speed up, other people want to speed up. And I'm telling y'all, 2022, it's a whole nother level. That's why I've been building what I'm building. It's a different level. It's a different game next year. I'm telling you, because I'm going to be free. I've been locked down. I ain't been able to work on anything else. This all I've been doing besides Saturdays. I get my free day on Saturdays sometimes. That's the only day out of the week that I take rest, just like they said God did in the Bible. Okay. And I don't do that just to be religious. I'm not a Bible thumper, but at the end of the day, people can think what they want to think. All right. When it comes to you must not be so woke to this and that. Let me tell y'all something, man. I'm not saying that the Bible is wrong 100%. I'm not saying it is right 100%. Definitely, I'm not. But what I am telling you is even y'all have said yourself that there's stuff in there that just seem like it's coming true. Y'all would say to yourself, it just seemed like it's coming true. You know that people can write a plan, okay? But I want you to think about how long ago that was to write a plan that's meticulously come. And what I'm saying as well is that me, myself, I've seen certain things in life to where I don't think like y'all do, okay? I don't think like y'all do. I don't view God the same way that y'all view God. I darn sure don't see myself as God. Okay. As the controlling force of everything in life. All right. I get a little bit of control of my life, a little control, but I barely control that. You only got so many. So some of y'all swear that y'all God, but you can't control if you walk outside in the midst of traffic and somebody hit your ass. You swear that you God, though. You can't control whether you're going to die at that moment or not. You can't control the stars that's in the sky. I don't have to repeat that redundantly for y'all, but that's a highly important point. Some of y'all need to humble yourselves. Okay, I'm not saying that the God from the Bible is the end all be all, but it's something. What I'm assuming to in so many words is that I'm gonna put it like this. If you know that there's other stuff that can be changed with something as far as a story to suit somebody's narrative and everything, I ain't gonna put it past that certain stuff in that Bible is extremely meaningful and true. But the lies been mixed in with it. It's covered and smothered with lies. Okay. So therefore, out of wisdom, I'm looking more into what I see all of these lies covered up on. Okay. It's a reason why all of this different stuff links up with what I'm showing y'all, man. That's the James. And you got Nook and Geb right there. Think about the earth, how it's green and certain colors and everything. And you got the top sky up there. And think about my mother herb diagram, the one that I drawn out, that I just had up. Think about that. What the hell is going on with that one? That's a trip right there. Okay. They put some emphasis on that one. You got her some details and everything. She got curves, boy. Y'all don't understand. That's all it take to throw me off track. That's all it take is one. But man, that's I mean, this is just crazy what I'm showing y'all. I'm not on here just to stay on here and babble, man. But I did have to say that when it comes down to cosmology, what I'm doing, whether you realize it right now or whether you're gonna be a shortcomer and realize later, dude, the effect that I'm having on this earth from my bedroom is amazing. I'm amazed because I'm just at this point looking at it like, golly, God, if this is what I got and I'm doing from my bedroom, imagine what I can do once I leave it. Just imagine. Imagine that. That's real talk. I got the whole world darn near looking into something that they never knew about. I'm influencing other flat earthers. FPV Angel. They didn't have that certain piece in there about the Egyptian pyramids, the Giza pyramids, and the insertion of the 45-degree angle of that shaft. They didn't have that in there. It's from my presence that's brought that. And that's amazing. I'm glad. I'm not doing it to be worshipped. I'm just happy because that's what I live for. I'm happy I'm doing something to help the earth, bro. Because when I leave here, what I did is still gonna be here. So can't nobody erase me, bro. That's what it's like. Your life and what we do in this life is all about the memories that you put into other people's mind, man. And I'm trying to put nothing but knowledge and good memories in people's mind. I've made enough bad memories, in my opinion. Okay. So that's why I focus on what I do, whether people get it or not. It's only certain few people that get what I'm saying right now. And the other people is gonna be too late. Because I know some people will say, everybody gonna wake up on their own time. Well, I'm strict. I don't play. You gonna wake up when I'm showing you and I'm trying to wake your ass up, or it's just you just out of luck later. You just messed up later. That's it. All right, because I don't do the fake stuff. You ain't gonna sit up and when you see a nigga grinding, you see me explaining this stuff. You see, it got to be something. It got to be important if the nigga still explaining it. If he's still talking about it, he doing it every day. It got to be some type of important shit. So if you ain't had a mind to look into it at that time, and you gonna wait until some riches, until clout, fame, all type of good exploitation of myself happens before you start to show some type of emphasis or something for what I've done, my great work, I ain't got time for you. And I know I just did a stream about forgiving karma. Some people believe in karma just because they want to see something bad happen to somebody who's done something bad to them. But there's no guarantee that nothing bad is going to happen to that person. Just like if you do good today, it ain't no guarantee that nothing good going to happen to you. You might go outside and die the same day. You might go out here and think that just because you're doing good and helping somebody in this world, good going to come back to me. That ass might end up passing away the same day by accident. Okay. It is nothing in this world is 100% guaranteed. All right. There's karma. There's cause and effect and probability. Is that central point. There's no such thing as karma. That's just what people want to believe in. That's a man-made word. All right. And these ancient people, they were the ones who, some of the first people who believed in karma. Now, it just shows I have my own mind. I think for myself, man. If everything was karma, think about what this. We're not gonna go into that. I just did a video on that. If you need to hear it, you need to hear it. You go back and look into it. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut that one there. Let me go through the comment section, check and see what's up and stuff. All right. She said, okay, that's fine. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. It can be proven on the graph paper. Anything that's grid, yeah, on graph paper. Anything. I don't know what you was referring to right there. I don't know. But the earth has been measured as spherical for over 2,000 years. Your opinions won't change that fact. Well, buddy, that's the thing. You can say that. I don't know what proof you may have on your end, on your side. I've always said that I'm in the center. But what I am showing is through my own work. That's just one thing to mention. And through other things that I have witnessed and seen. It's a lot that leans towards a flat earth. A lot does. A lot. I have seen holes in the flat earth. Still got questions on certain stuff. Some certain stuff just don't make sense. But I'm also, being that I'm doing my work, I'm coming around to some certain answers as well. That's the great thing about what I'm doing. It's helping me get answers. I'm literally teaching myself. But it has been measured as spherical for over 2,000 years. Some people measured it as flat. Some people measure it as spherical. That's the thing. That's the whole debate. Where is this curve at? That's what most people is talking about when it comes to that debate. And I just don't have any definitive measurements for a curve. What I have heard as far as that measurement, which is probably what you're talking about, 8 inches per mile squared or whatever that case may be. So if it is that measurement that you're talking about, it would have to be a consistent, whatever measurement that you're talking about for a spherical earth for over 2,000 years, it would have to be a consistent measurement. And it has to have been that since they found out it was a sphere. So whenever they found it out, that same math would have to be consistent, or else what I'm getting at is that they making up different measurements and going along with it as they go. Much respect and prosperity to you as well, sir. Messiah complex much. Explain why I can see the sun at sunset that's 6,000 miles away, but I can't see Hawaii that's only 2,500 miles away. How does that perspective work on the flat earth? Do closer things vanish first on the flat earth? Look, I got my questions about perspective as well. I even brought it up to certain flat earthers and said stuff about perspective. Same one would argue itself and say it doesn't pass away due to or I ain't gonna say pass away, but disappear, vanish due to perspective. They wanted to play word games and stuff. But what you getting at, seeing it set at 6,000 miles away, but can't see it, but can't see Hawaii that's only 2,500 miles away. I mean, the main thing that's brought up is the essence of the atmosphere. That's the main thing that's brought up. And also the elevation of the sun is way higher than Hawaii. Hawaii's highest elevation point. Okay, the highest point of elevation in Hawaii would be whatever volcano or mountain it is that's there. I can't remember especially exactly what the name of it is, but whatever the highest point of elevation it is in Hawaii, that would be what you were, or specifically what you bringing that up right there, 2,500 miles away. it would be sticking up and able to see from where you're from. The reason why you can't is due to perspective, is what flat earthers is saying. Okay, through their experimentation is the reason why you hear me say flat earthers, but you'll also hear me talk about it as if I am a flat earther, is because, like I say, I'm in the center, but I'm leaning towards a particular side based on the evidence. Okay, I'm like a Venn diagram. I'm in the center of a Venn diagram is what I'll tell. That's the best way for me to explain my stance on cosmology, what I'm showing people, where I'm at with it, and why I don't just say it's one or the other, because I'm literally doing the work to definitively knock it out and show it. Because what I can tell you and show you is my work that I'm, whether you say that it's globe or flat, that goes for anyone. My work that I'm specifically drawing right now, it cannot be applied to it does not apply to a globe. That's what I will tell you. That's what I can definitively tell you. You cannot apply what I'm doing to a globe, okay? In any type of way. And it's real science. That's the thing. No globalist can argue against any of my work. I just showed you one thing with projectile motion. It's funny how the math continues to come back. Because one thing that people will say about this whole flat earth and globe earth thing, they'll say, well, we can't show any math. What math is there to prove that either or? Okay, that's why you see me focusing on bare core arithmetic, number. It's not just mathematics. It's not equations and stuff like that. This is real. This is the essence of the core. Literally, the ultimate microcosm is what I call it. Number is the ultimate microcosm. It's not man-made. Frequency is something that is not man-made. Man can create their own frequency, but literally the frequency of the world, what we see, the energy, vibration, and everything that is the source and reason for creation and everything, we not making that. Okay, we just a product of it. So, and that's what my work goes into, the core of creation, and it is not applicable to a globe. What it is applicable to and synonymous to, it just happens to be, is ancient cultures, the same people who, globalists like yourself, you might not say it about ancient cultures and how smart they were, so I'm not going to put words in your mouth or on you, but what other people have said in the past, which I kind of briefed in the beginning of this video, is that ancient cultures seem like they were so smart. They had to have been smarter than us. We don't know how they built the pyramids. We don't know how they did this. We don't know how they did that, right? But the same people will turn around and say this flat earthers is just stupid. But these same ancient people believed in a flat earth. That's what their cosmology literally was, right or wrong. Right or wrong. So how were they stupid? And how is anybody who believe in what such ain't, not just believe, but belief based on fact? It's not like flat earthers is just saying, I'm a flat earther. I don't want to go with what the consensus is. That's not what's going on. It's belief based on facts, okay, that we can literally see within this life. You can tangibly see. Furthermore, what I'm showing you with if we want to go to math route, ain't nobody on this earth showing it better as far as mathematics and proof. Literally. If anybody ever asked for mathematical proof of a flat earth, you already know what way to bring them, because it's right here. It ain't gonna get no realer than that. And the reason why I say that is because that's why I'm saying with the core arithmetic, you can make up so many different equations, for finding out the curve of an earth and stuff like that. But nothing comes over the fact that everything in life, no matter what equation, I felt like I said that wrong, but equation, arithmetic, counting from 0, 1, 2, 3, stairs, the steps of creation is something you cannot escape. The chronological counting is something you cannot escape. Nothing is, if you could literally slow time down to see everything as it comes into existence, nothing comes in at the exact same time. It's always something that comes before, right? Whether it's 0.000000235 seconds before the other thing. It was here before it. Okay. So I mean, literally what I'm getting at and what I'm making is explaining, to the core. Generation, the generative principle. And it's amazing. I'm just sitting up here looking at my work and seeing myself progress on through it, knowing where I'm about to be, man, and how it's linking up with these ancient cultures. It's just amazing how this is linking up with ancient cultures, and it nothing. If I put this side by side with today's science and the globe and stuff, it's nothing gonna come out of it. Literally, I mean, with magnetism, nothing would come out of it. It wouldn't point to any lines, the Nazca lines. None of that would have been nothing. But it's just the fact that flat Earth aspect of it. It's like a welding factor. Okay. Um, yeah. You can't find what you're talking about on the internet because what you're talking about is complete garbage and completely made up out of your head. It has no bearing on real life or reality. Dude, I'm not finna go through here and go, pull up I got countless examples, dude, and I'm already confirmed. So what you're saying is just some literally coming from somebody I don't even want to name call, but stupid at that point. Literally coming from somebody stupid. You don't know what you're talking about, literally, dude. If you're telling me what my work and why it can't be found anywhere is not garbage, you just sound like somebody who might even know how significant it is, but you're just talking out of your neck because you're jealous. The fact is, my work cannot be what I just showed you, even with projectile motion, and just explain with projectile motion, complementary angles. That's one example. Go ahead and do your research on the inverse square law. Come back to me once you put it on a 45-degree angle. Literally, do your work on the inverse square law, the odd number rule. That's just one. Go to the core of the Mandelbrot set. That's just another. Like I just said, with projectile motion, complementary angles. That's one of my most important ones now, as far as the holistic aspect of cosmology. It's very important because if everything comes from a center point, what I'm showing is extremely important. That can't be applied by a globe because the North Pole is not even. They barely show any significance of it. It's not looked at as a generative principle within globe cosmology. Flat Earth, that's a whole different story. The North is seen as a generative principle for all action. So, I mean, what you're saying about and pareidolia is a serious condition. Man, you tripping. You want to feel special by coming up with something, with some special new thing that no one else has come up with, but you're dumb, and what you've come up with is garbage. You a fool, bro, because I'm gonna be getting paid from it, dude. I'm literally changing the world around me. What you saying is just saying something because you ain't did nothing. What have you done that can compare? You've done nothing yourself. You are a deluded wingnut with a messiah complex. You are sick in the head. You got me messed up. You confused, bro. You you really got me confused, and you got me messed up with somebody else, bro. And nothing that you saying is gonna change anything. That's the funniest thing about it. It's something to laugh at. You hilarious because the effect that I'm having on the earth, somebody like you can only talk. Literally. That's why you got silly. How you gonna have NASA as shit or whatever the case that says as your what you call profile picture, but you sitting up here talking about it's been proven it's spherical. Them the same people who give you the sphere Earth. Sean Hawkins, you ain't nothing but a potential agent, bro. That's all you is. Chaos and destruction. And ain't nothing what you saying mattering, bro. I'm telling you now. My stuff is way too up above and beyond for you, somebody like you on your level, man. I'm telling you. Because one thing you could not do is argue straight facts. Straight up. You couldn't argue straight facts. I could drop the link right now and you could come up. Literally. I could do that. And you would not be able to debate me with straight facts. You just sitting up here saying that something is garbage and saying that out, trying to tell me I want to feel special. You want me not to feel special. You want me not to be looked at as special because you can't tell somebody how they want to feel. You just want to look at somebody a certain type of way. You rather me not be a special person. You rather me just look at myself as just a needle in a haystack like I'm nothing. By coming up with some special new thing that no one else has come up with. Well, it's a reason that nobody else. Why has nobody else done it? Why does it link up 100% with the Nazca lines? And then I see you popping in back and forth. I don't want you to think I'm playing games with you or just talking. This just shows right here. You ain't going to click the link. And furthermore, I don't care because it's just a waste of time anyway, because what you're saying literally means nothing. What you're saying literally means nothing, dude. I'm telling you right now. You telling me what I'm saying and what I'm showing is garbage, but what angle is the shaft of Orion at, which lines up with the stars of Orion? If what I'm saying is nothing, let me go back to the internet. Wrong thing. Now, since what I'm saying means nothing, silly ass dude, check this out right here. You see these right here? Everybody talks about this, all right? How these pyramids line up with Orion, all right? Silly ass dude. They line up literally with these 3 stars. You hear flat earthers bring this up. You hear globe earthers bring this up. So just think about how dumb what you just said was if you're saying that what I'm saying is complete garbage and means nothing. Do you think that this right here is complete garbage and means nothing, sir? That's my question to you. Now, I want you to bring your dumb ass up now, and I want you to say something now. I want you to get in the comment section and say something specifically to this now so that I can highlight it and put you on blast. Okay? Answer this specific question. Does this right here, in reference to what you just said, is this garbage and means nothing? All right, because if it is not, then check this out. I want you to look at this right here. Realize that this right here to this right here, these 2 pyramids makes a 45-degree angle, okay? What I'm telling you is not just making up something just to make. I ain't making up nothing. Everything I'm showing you is fact-based. Do your math, you dunce, because at the end of the day, these 2 things make a 45-degree angle perfectly, and this one is offset. What is the significance of this? Check this out, fool. Dumbass dude. I mean, just dumbasses. Niggas just be jealous and mad because they ain't got nothing they damn self. Nigga, you gonna die and you ain't nobody gonna know you stupid ass fool. I mean, you literally stupid. Excuse me. Now, I just showed you how those line up with the Orion's belt. Okay. Everybody talks about that, dude. All right. Everybody. That's not garbage, obviously. That's my point in bringing it up. If that's not garbage, then why the fuck does this right here line up? This shaft that I'm showing you, out of all of the shafts in the pyramid, the highest one at that rises to a degree angle of 45 degrees. Specifically 45 degrees, you stupid piece of shit. Why you talking about me? All right? Telling me I got a messiah complex, dude. I sit up here and try to jump away from saying that. You just don't want to see where at the end of the day, hey, this dude is showing some facts. It ain't like I'm sitting up here lying. Where am I? Since what I'm showing is garbage, show me where I'm lying at. You fool. Show me where I'm lying at. You cannot. But guess what? I'm not just saying this for nothing. Guess what this right here points at? It points specifically at the Orion's belt, dude. This right here literally points out at the Orion's belt. The shaft points at that. Okay. 45 degrees. I just showed you where that's 2 essences right there. Now let me see where your dumb ass is at, because I don't see you. I don't hear you. Now it says 0. It's nothing at all. Corey, take no distractions. That's the best way to be. That's the best way to be. Take no distractions. I'm not sitting up here lying, man, about nothing that I'm saying. Some people don't want to come in and hear the arguing and bickering and stuff. Some people just want to get you started up and that's it. They be mad because they ain't got nothing, no knowledge to bring themselves. Everything that I'm saying is original. Some people get mad because you saying that you this good at what you doing and you showing how amazing you is, and they feel like you getting down on who they really attracted to. Your teacher too impactful for you. Silly ass dude. What I'm showing you right here, you can't get around. So all I'm getting at is if you say stuff like this right here, you can't find what you're talking about on the internet, because what you're talking about is complete garbage and completely made up out of your head. How the fuck is that? What is that made up right there? Is that 45-degree angle in that pyramid that been there since time? Is that right there fake? Is that made up, you dumbass? No, it's not. I can answer that for you if you need, since you obviously need some help. You need some help. You can't fake none of this shit that I'm showing you, fool. All right? With your jealous ass. How about you go find your own talent? You find something that you good at and you skedaddle. I don't need to see your shill ass up over here no more, Sean Hawkins. Says you got a problem, partner. I done told fools like you, it's either you come up here and you argue facts, or you just shut the fuck up if you ain't got nothing nice to say. You just take your punk ass on, because you ain't gonna get it easy. All right? That's straight up. Now, with that being said, I can go ahead and end the show, man, because hey, I ain't got to say nothing else. Hey, what I show and prove is enough. And there's niggas like that. There's fools like this who come through and got nothing to add at all. They rather just talk about nonsense. That's the reason that I don't be on here like that no more. It's fools like that. You know, I just ain't got time. People don't appreciate real, genuine work. If what I'm saying is garbage, you bitch ass dude, where and why is that at 45-degree angles? That's garbage, right? With your dumb ass. That pyramid that's sitting right there with 45 degrees pointing at Orion, and other people bring up, it lines up with that, with Orion's belt. Those specific stars, is that garbage? You're dumb. You just sound stupid. Or even trying and attempting to argue with me. Even attempting to go against my work. It makes you look dumb, dude. And you just look like a hater. That's all you look like. You can't find what you're talking about on the internet because what you are talking about is complete garbage. Well, then that 45-degree angle in that Great Pyramid is complete garbage. And if you were God looking up from the sky, looking down at it, the 45-degree line it makes from the two pyramids to the one to the next, that's complete garbage. It means nothing, right? Exactly. That's my point. Let me see. Corey, beat and teach. Well, I mean, I pretty much just showed all of it now. Shout out to you, Bogatti Black. I appreciate you coming through and trying to be a positive input, because I pretty much was positive, man. I only go off in reaction to people. That's the only time. People try to, you know, talk nonsense and they want other people to look at you in a negative manner. But he has no facts of what he's saying. Everything that I showed in here was, I got math to prove it, as well as something nobody else has ever said. It's original work, literally. So shout out to you. Thank you for coming through. And for this comment right here, I got something for that. That's all I'm gonna say to his ass. I got something for it. I got something for it. You want to feel special by coming up with some new special thing that no one else has come up with, but you're dumb. And what you come up with is garbage. Look at that there on the screen and look at that comment. Read your own comment when you bring your stupid ass back, because you will be back. And look at that comment and look at what the ancient ancestors made in comparison to what your dumb ass is saying. And when you dead and gone, realize exactly what you call stupid and garbage that nobody else could find on the internet. It's still going to be ringing, partner. That's straight up. I'm still going to be ringing. And I'm not just talking, but we going to see, because Sean is proven. And I'm all about that. So peace out.